Good morning. Time for the old 8 a.m. real-time watercolor painting. Okay. I'm very happy I got my electric eraser back from work. Okay. We gotta start making some progress here. So, to start with, we're gonna see about getting a lot more greens in here, and we gotta be hitting this apple. I guess let's hit the apple first. Try to get some kind of red happening. It's a Primatech red, I think. All right, maybe that's going to be good for our shadow. The shadow's right there. Let's see about going here. Okay, looks good, kind of. This stroke here looks great. We were saying earlier that that this blotch, was messed up. We made a highlight, and now we got this little thing with a little point, and I say that's a real plus. Let's see about another red here. Okay. Here they got some, contour lines right there. Let's see if we can just hint at some of them. And then this, let's try to get a little thing on. There's a little dot there, and let's smear this dot around. Okay, that's cool. And this, we don't want this, line to be like that. Let's kind of, that's better. Take a little thing off right there. It's looking good. See about getting actual highlight right there. Okay. And here we want to get a softer. Line there. We were talking about how that's the Draftsman's light reflection. Okay, I want to get a little bit more red up here. Faint red. Okay, that's good. We need a green. I'm going to take the ever popular rust color. See about getting a pop right there. Okay, that's definitely a pop. And just hit a little right there. Why not? This is starting to smear around, which is good. I just dropped water on it, which is not really, was not the plan. Okay, now we need more of that green. There's a lot of green there. Yellow green. See about going right here. That, okay. This is a little yellow green dot there. Nice. Here. This should be very faint. Let's see, make this faint. We definitely got faint there. There's a shadow here, but we're going to just hold off on that for now. You see this right here is like a dark green shadow, but just take some of that water off. Okay. I need a good red right down here. The bottom, see if we can capture that. Okay, looks good. And then like right here. this shadow and cover it. You don't want to completely cover it. Let's just see if we can, like this thing that's sticking out here. I don't know if we can remove that. Yeah, it's a little bit removed. Try to continue that up here. I'm going to take a more of a dark. Let's go right here. Okay, I'm going to bring this into make it there. That's good. All right, this is still not great. Let's cover this whole thing with red. Okay. Not looking too good that area, but that was a good stroke. Okay. I wonder if we can bring in the stem. Take about that brush. Okay, so see about that stem. I guess to start with, we would like to have kind of a straw color. That's this brush. I don't think that's really good. Let's try this one. This is called the, well, this is the brush that the dog bit in half, and then we put tape on it. Let me see about. Hi, Froggy. Thanks a lot for the greeting. Okay. Let's see about just the stem. Okay, good. Now the bottom half of the stem's kind of green. See if we can. This is a shadow. This is the shadow of the bottom half of the stem. And then here, I mean, I hate to do the same color, but then there's the shadow of the stem. Just start that, and why not just go right here, and there's another part of the stem on this side, and I don't want to use that same color. Here's a shadow of the stem here. Let's go see if we can hit that. Good. There's like a, okay. So this stem, you know, we got we enlarge what this stem is all about. What we got painted there is the stem is like this, and technically what we painted so far is a shadow here, and a light shadow that is on this side of the stem. So that's what's painted, and these lines are not in there, but so just to summarize, we have the shadow right there, which is the top left of the stem, and we have a shadow right here, which is the shadow beside the stem. So the actual stem is like right here, and this are the two areas we painted. So you know, we are visualizing the where the stem is, but we're sort of beating around the bush instead of just saying, oh, this is the stem, okay, well, there's the stem. We are trying to get different colors into the stem. It'd be good to have like 4 colors in there. You know, it's actually, there's like the thing here, and it looks like that, and then there's the shadows here, and over on this side there is the a crease where the apple, right, and right here behind the stem there's another thing, but the actual stem is right here, sort of, if you follow my meaning. Okay, anyway. Now I want to take some like burnt umber kind of color and do the top of the stem, and unfortunately I don't really have a burnt umber color. Well, I guess this one's kind of a burnt umber. Let's see what that is. The burnt umber leans into green. I'm just gonna see it's pretty dry, so I'm gonna see about just saying hello over the top of this stem. Now I'm gonna get into a brown, like a Van Dyke brown here. And we'll just go right here for the, it's kind of a complex stem painting process here. I'm going to come down here and say that I'm part of the stem. I'll go back to a, it's kind of like a, sort of a burnt umber right here, and I'm just going to see this shadow right here. Okay, looking good. And then this side we have just another little thing like that. Having a good stem is really important. Hi, Lukeman. Thank you for the greeting. Well, 4 people here and 5 thumbs up. That's fantastic. Thanks so much, everybody. 5 thumbs up. And I've only been here 12 minutes. Wow. All right. And I'm going to make this let's see, a very subtle triangle right there, and I'm going to try to get that, which is a triangle, which is a shadow at the edge of the, oh, there's a nice ceiling view. A triangle at the edge of the, well, you know, right where I was just pointing. Let's see. Okay, ready, here goes. Well, yeah, we got that triangle in there, that's for sure. All right, stem's looking okay. It's too narrow, but let's see about right here. Just get another little thing happening there. There we go. Oh, hope I didn't just ruin it. All right, anyway, that's a start. And I think we gotta get, we could definitely do the shadow of the stem. What the hell is this? Up to this number 10 brush. Looking kind of afraid. I'm gonna see about the shadow of the stem, and that is gonna be, you know, like a green. Let's see, and we had started it here. Let's just make this fatter. All right, that's not bad. And this, we'd like to extend this line up that starts here. This is the shadow to the left of the stem at the base. And there's also like a line here where it's actually what it is I don't know if we can get that, but right here is kind of like a highlight. So let's see if we can just putting water there. Just gonna leave that puddle of water there for a minute, and we're gonna hopefully achieve a highlight. Let's see if we did. Okay, that's a little bit better. This paint here is from yesterday, so it might not be, you know, excited about coming away. We'll see. It's getting a little lighter. All right, I think we're just gonna settle for that because I think this hard edge on this paint stroke might be here to stay. Let's see, one more. Oh, it's getting more faint. All right, not bad. Let's see now. I guess it'll do it for the stem. I want to come in here and this red we just painted to see if this could just blend a little bit. So I'm leaving this little white there because we might need that later. And now I'm going to see about bring this to a more of a sharper point. Let's see if I'm getting a sharper point here. All right, not bad. Connect this with the red. I really don't like having any outlines. You know, we're not trying to make a cartoon here, but just trying to, I don't know if that's good or not. This is definitely no longer a fan of this area like that. I'm just going to rub this and try to break that up. Okay, that's much better. Thank you. I mean, meanwhile, this looks pretty dumb also. That might be good just like that. But let's err on the side of less paint than more. Okay, I'll leave that like that. I don't know. I'm gonna change my mind. All right, well, I like this edge a lot better than I did before. And having this, you know, that's a weird little effect, having that little dot of white, but I think it's a positive that's going to help us down the road. 6 thumbs up. Wow, that's fantastic. Thanks so much, everybody. You know what else is a good thing to do here is help this shadow out. I would suppose, actually right here I'm seeing a reflection of the pear, like the little area that's green. It's like an echo of the pear color. Obviously, we're doing a photo of a pear plus a apple from life. Another thing that would probably be a benefit pretty soon is to get this shadow on. You know, we did start it up there, but you know, it seems to be famously missing this area of shadow right there. I don't know if that's something to be painted now or not. How about we try to paint this green, but end it right there, and then we'll do like a lighter tone down there. Let's try that. So that's a pretty fruity green, leaning heavily into yellow. Let's see what kind of green we can get for a fruity green that's going to lean into yellow. Yeah, that's looking good. I would like a little more blue in that though. I'm just going to take a little hint of this watered down blue right there. Okay, more of the blue. All right, I think that's looking good. Let's see. So we want to say that the shadow is going to go to about here. So let's just start like right here. Okay, and then there's a lot of yellow in this green. We should be doing some yellow also, but just wanted to lay down some paint there. And now I'm going to just kind of get the paint working around. I'll leave that white for right now. Now I want to put in some yellow because there's a whole lot of yellow happening. And just put some dots, I guess, to just say, hi, we're yellow. I'm going to try some of this fluorescent sort of yellow. Let's go right here. And then there's more yellow right there, but it's very faint. But let's see about just... So we're trying to just paint in this area here where the shadow, so it's actually, uh, we're going to say like this, I guess around here would be the limit of the shadow. So we're basically just trying to get this. So we're going to do like a whole interpretation of the photo as seen with shadow. And we definitely need a more robust yellow leaning green right here. And that's good. Let's come up here. I don't know why we painted this line here. I don't really like that anymore, but whatever. I guess that, you know, is the positive space of the photo of the pair. So now I got this. We want to get kind of a, I guess, let me just lift this up. Oh, yeah, okay. Just trying to determine what this is, the shape. So it's kind of a, there's kind of a rectangle here, and then like a floppy looking triangle right there, and that is leaning into brown. Let's just go ahead and be literal and say, okay, it's brown, and let's put the brown. I don't know if that's so great, but whatever. You can see about getting this. Now we need a deep green. This would be, I was just reading on Reddit about forest green. Hey, Biggie23, thanks for the greeting. And thanks everyone for 6 thumbs up. That's a really wonderful number, 6. All right, that's looking good here. I think we could really definitely use a, I got this special palette, which is supposed to be, you know, you know, the yellow on most of these palettes is, you know, for a person who doesn't really like to clean up the palettes that often, this is supposed to be my my go-to for yellow. I'm gonna just take a little bit right here too. I think that's looking good. And you know, we're not really doing this area right now. We're trying to do this area, but I guess I'm gonna see about get another green. Here's my alleged pretty pure yellow, and now I'm fond of this color we got going right here, so I'm just gonna go right there, and that's a nice popping fruity green that we want for right here. Okay, good. So having a color that pops here as opposed to pastel there, I hope will say, hello, this area is closer to the viewer than this area. And that seems to be kind of working. Let's see if we can get the bottom edge of the shadow now. And okay, up here, we need kind of a gray. Let's see if we got this gray here. And so that's not gray yet. Let's see about gray. All right, that's a good gray. And that's sort of what we want right there. Could. And now this, we want this to come out here. Okay, there's some green in our gray, but that's okay. And this will come up there. And we want this to fill. That's not bad. I don't know if we want that hard line there like that, but I think it does not look bad. And here we are actually orange, so I don't know why, but I guess that was something to do with the pear. So I'm gonna come back to my my big yellow. Then I'm going to come back to this palette where we have this red going. Okay, I was just checking on thumbs up. Keep getting an extra thumbs up. All right, that's supposed to be orange, though. It's not really looking orange. All right, there we got some orange. All right, let's see if we can't use our orange here and here, and some more there. That's too dark, but you know, we're gonna leave it for a minute. I want to lean into yellow now for that same orange to come down here. We're just gonna do a little thing just to lay down some paint. Now I'm gonna try to, I don't know, soften at least many of the, and there's also orange here, which this, okay, this, I mean, it's not really happening, but I'm just leaving the paint there for a minute just to, this area here looks great, but right here is just not really great. Let's see, oh, that's much better. And this hard edge here, we don't want that. I'm gonna just sort of soften this edge right here. And having this there, I don't know, it looks like it's in front of this, which is no good, but I think we gotta fix this because that does look pretty nice. In the reference, this actually extends up there, but I'm really tempted to leave that white space there because we're gonna want that to have riveting definition down the road. So anyway, I'm going to just kind of see if I can get a soft highlight right here. Just make a big thing. And let's see. Yes, well, it's more or less a soft highlight. The shadow is actually coming out here. And we do want the shadow to come out that area. And it's not really that color, but see about jumping back into the gray. Here's a weird violet color. Let's just be experimental and try that. Looks good to me. Okay. And then here I'm going to just try to come in there. Okay. That looks fine, I guess. And then this hard edge, do we want it? I don't know. Over here we got to jump back here and reignite the fruity green. See, that's good and fruity. This too. Okay, we got the same green all the way up there. We're making this whole thing look flat. So that's a big undesirable. Okay. And this line, I really don't like that line at all anymore. And what the heck is this? Whose idea was that? Okay, anyway, we're cruising right along, and this orange suddenly is looking pretty. Okay, that's gone. Good. And how we this. I'm gonna turn on this other light. Okay. So one thing for sure, this apple is not really like grounded on top of the. Hey, Klein Catjaw. Thank you for the greeting. Hey, 7 thumbs up. Thanks so much, guys and everybody. Anyway, so the apple is not looking grounded. It looks like it's floating. The photo of the pear does not look like a photo. Although that is like an explanation of why this composition looks this way. And overall, I like the composition. I mean, I don't know what you would call that in, if you look up a good composition, you see like the rule of thirds. Maybe this is the rule of thirds because it's definitely 2/3 on the left side. Anyway, let's I mean, this is looking okay. I guess nothing is looking too horrible. This hard edge right here, I don't know if that's good or not. I'm gonna leave it for now. I think it is in a way good, and we can cover some washes later. Quickly, while we got our fruity green, I'm just gonna maybe come down here and put a little bit. And then this is definitely a, like a yellow highlight. Put the yellow in there. And down here is also yellow. So put some yellow there. And I don't like to put the same color on a long line, but having said that, that's just what I did. And then I'm just going to go here with a different yellow. And here, so here I'm just going to, I guess, let's try and go right here. Just try to cover up more areas. And this is actually shadow right here, obviously. There's this big shadow. We have not represented that at all. And so, I don't know, let's just see about this is right here. There's a highlight and then there's shadow, and this should appear to be the naturally occurring crease in the growth of the fruit. So here now I'm going to sort of dilute that and bring this out. And this extreme highlight right here, and I'm going to just hit that with blue because that just says, hello, I'm an extreme highlight. So let's just put blue there. And okay, it's not really the blue I had in mind, but now I'm going to see about a lighter version of that blue to put like right here. We already put some blue there earlier, and so just by putting the blue, we're just saying, hi, I'm a reflection in shadow. And we got this curious triangle right here, which is that highlight. It's not really depicted here, but we're working on it, right? I see this, I'm going to even up this shadow area down here and get more of a curve. It's right here. And it really goes to right here. So this is the shadow, and that looks good. I mean, as far as looking at this shadow there, and except we missed the boat on the top here. So let's see if we can achieve that gray again. Here's a faint gray, and this is actually, I'm looking at the negative space right here. Is it in the picture? No, it's not in the picture. Well, anyway, where are we here? Okay. You gotta go, how do I go smaller? Okay. All right, so I'm looking at this right here, this light, and I'm gonna call that negative space. So that is gonna be to adjust this shadow, which obviously is the wrong place. So, it's kind of like this L-shaped. It's got the curve there, so I'm going to see about going right here. Ready? And then this is supposedly our connecting line. Let's just see if we can go up here. And here, now there's a halo right there, so I'm just taking a damp brush. I'm going to try to just make this kind of halo there. Here, okay, and now this, we're just gonna try and go up here. So much for my big composition, because this is really going south suddenly. But anyway, I'm just gonna get a smoother line. I don't know what that, why we're going cool or warm. That's not really great. Let me pull this up. At least with this formation, we have this highlight of, where's my little scrap paper? Here it is. This negative space, which is light, is just going to grab a color here. It's shaped like this. Are we in the picture? Yeah, shaped like this. And to me, having that white is like saying there's an arrow here. Even though it's not an arrow, it is a subliminal arrow. But anyway, it helps, in my opinion, to, as you look here, the eye is being directed this way. And getting the eye directed into the center is always a positive. If we had little arrows everywhere, they would all be pointing in. I mean, if we had arrows pointing out there, that would lead the eye out of the picture. And I learned early on that you sort of want to direct the eye into the middle, and the really super talented artists have your eye immediately go to the most important thing and then jump to the secondary thing, and that's for the real pros, I guess. Anyway, I was saying that we want to get warm in front of this in this shadow, so I'm just going to see about a warm gray. And let's see if is that a warm gray? Not really. All right, that's warm. Let's just see what happens if we can come right here. Okay, that's warm. Now I take a damp brush, try to spread that around a little bit. Oops, I don't want that like there. Okay, so that's warm. Now we have, I'm going to even put some red right here, because we really want the shadow to say, hi, I'm a shadow, and I'm pretty close to the viewer, even if it is we're trying to a flat photo. But yeah, this is the part of the flat photo that is closer to the viewer. I get rid of that. Okay, all right, I like that a lot better. This area here, it's just gotta look closer than anything else. It's probably the closest to the viewer, anything here. We do want to let me put a little bit right here. We do want to get the apple grounded. I think that's going to be the challenge of this entire painting, is have the apple. It's looking pretty 3D, but we gotta have it look like it's sitting on this darn photo. And anyway, 8:39. Well, I gotta go because the AC in my car broke. I have to go fix it at the garage. So anyway, everybody, I want to say thanks. I think we're making a lot of progress here, and definitely art fun. Paint from life, a live apple model, and a photo of a pear. Talk about a good time. See you next time. Remember, every morning, 8 a.m., real-time watercolor painting.